Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you 8 things that you'll want to know before buying this, the Proform Studio Pro 22. I'll put this video into chapters so you can skip to the parts that are most relevant for you. Let's get cracking. Now, number 1 is a really underrated feature, and that's that the music and the trainer's soundtrack are actually 2 different soundtracks. So let me show you what I mean. So you've got the audio settings here, you've got your master volume here, and then within here you've got these audio settings. So you can just have trainer, you can have trainer and music, or you can just have music. Also, you have different music stations. So in the UK, we've got 4 stations, which are global hits, rock, dance, and down-tempo yoga, which you probably wouldn't ride to. If you're in the States, you get 11 stations, which is a much better choice. So that means if you wanted to, you can just have the trainer on and listen to your own music. Or one feature that I quite like, if I've got a podcast that I want to listen to, I can put on closed captions and have the workout turned down, but still hear or still see what the trainer wants me to do. Next is the auto follow feature. So you can see the resistance is set at 8, but as the workout changes, so there's various terrains on this, the bike will automatically adjust its resistance to help you simulate what's going on the screen here. So if, for instance, the trainer John was going to go into a climb, this resistance would go up and the ride would get harder. And if he was going downhill, the resistance would get lower, so it'd be easier to pedal. Now, the good thing about this is you're not just tied into your skill set. So if, for instance, you're a beginner rider and this is an intermediate ride, then with this auto follow function, you can reduce the intensity of the resistance and you'll keep that reduction in intensity throughout the whole ride. And if you're an advanced rider, for instance, and you want to do a beginner ride because you like the location, then you can ramp up the resistance and it will make an easy ride hard for you. I'm a good intermediate rider and I've yet to find a ride I couldn't do. The next thing I want to talk about, which is probably the standout feature of this bike for me, and that is the quality of this tablet. So on a bike at this price point, I was wondering if they may need to make some savings with the picture quality and the responsiveness of the tablet. But as you can see, it tracks my finger beautifully here. The image on the screen is nice and clear. I mean, this is a really impressive tablet on a bike of this price point. In this gym, I've got 3 22-inch tablets. So I've got this one on the Proform over here, a bit behind the scenes there. I've got this tablet, which is on the S22i. So the S22i is quite often around twice the price of the Proform bike. And if I come over here and look at the NordicTrack treadmill here, this is the 2450. So this is circa £3 treadmill. I can't tell the difference between these 2 tablets. Now, I'm absolutely not saying they're the same tablet, but if we look down here, you can see that that's actually stuck on. And on the Proform bike, that's stuck on. Now, at the risk of labouring the point, yeah, this is an amazing tablet. And at this point, I want to say, if you're thinking about buying a Proform Studio 22, it is a very good bike. I'll put a link in the description, which will take you to the best price on Proform's website. And that link also helps support the channel, which is greatly appreciated and enables me to make more videos like this one. Now, whilst the touchscreen on this bike is excellent and the handlebars are also very good, I've talked about that more in my review of the bike, I want to talk about the pedals and also the seat. So let's start with the pedals. Now, these are your basic, quite basic pedals. And I don't know if you can see there, but do you remember when you were a kid and your foot slipped off the pedal of your bike and then the metal pedal went in? Yeah. So it's got those pedals on it. So you've got a flat side on one side and then you've got a cage on the other. The advantage of this is you don't need special shoes to ride this bike. So if you're a family of 4, for instance, you can just ride in your tennis shoes, either with the cage or on the flat side. Now, if you're the main user or you're the only user of the bike, you do get a better experience, in my opinion, if you clip in. So perhaps buy yourself some cycling shoes. I really like these. These are Nike Super Reps and they're really kind of lightweight, they're airy and they've got good flexibility in them. And then I've just swapped the pedals out for my choice of pedals, which are the Venzos, and then you've got a choice of Look Delta Cleat one side, and then you've also got SPD the other. I'll link to those in the description as well. If you want to upgrade your pedals, it's not necessarily something that I would say most riders need to do. But if you prefer that clipping feeling, then I would spend a little bit more and just improve the pedal quality. It can take a while to get used to bike seats on spin bikes, but this one is truly terrible. It's just rock hard. So what I've done here is I've just bought a gel seat cover, which I'll link to as well. Maybe start without this and see if you get used to this seat. If not, get yourself a gel seat cover, or like the pedals, they're just normal fitments. So if you can buy yourself a $20 gel seat on Amazon and just swap the whole seat out for something you prefer. So one thing I really like about the Pro 22 is the amount of resistant choices you've got. So you can take it all the way down to 1 if you want something really easy, like virtually nothing there under your feet. Or you can take it all the way up to 24. The Pro 22 has magnetic resistance, and as you can see, the closer the magnet gets to this flywheel here, the harder it is to move the wheel. As I mentioned, I would describe myself as an advanced intermediate rider, and this isn't the heaviest resistance I've ever experienced on a spin bike. So I would say this is most suited to novice to advanced intermediate riders, where you'll go through the ranges of those 1 to 24 resistance and you'll feel a good amount of resistance for your level. If you are an unusually strong rider and you've got a really good cardiovascular system to maintain high levels of resistance for long periods of time, then I'm not sure this will have enough resistance for you. I would look at something like the NordicTrack S22i in that case, where the resistance levels on there, although it's still got the same 24 levels, they're just harder at the top levels. It's very difficult to outpedal that bike. Or the S15i. So that's priced in between the Proform bike and the S22i. The 15i has a 14-inch screen, but has a stronger resistance as well, like the 22i bike. So I will link to those bikes in the description as well. Next, I want to talk about the iFit workouts. So NordicTrack and Proform bikes, they run iFit software, which I think when it comes to outdoor immersive content like this is a yoga workout, they are hands down the best. I've yet to find another home connected fitness brand that has such amazing workouts in such amazing locations as iFit. And one of the reasons why I switched to iFit, I started using iFit workouts, was because there's only so much energy you can get from a class workout when it's day in, day out in the same location. This is a combination of great coaching as well as these great locations that they have the workouts in. And you can either do these workouts on the bike, the screen rotates 180 degrees in each direction, or you can use your phone or a tablet via the app, or I'm using the app here on an Apple TV to really make it a more of an immersive experience when working out. And the variety of workouts on the bike are also excellent. You might be mountain biking in Whistler, you might be road riding around the Grand Canyon, or this series here, this is the Island series, which is one of my favorites. The rides here are a lot longer than the other rides, so my advice would be find the Island series and just schedule them for a Sunday morning when you've got the time just to ride around the coast of Ireland over the course of a dozen or so workouts. So in conclusion, I think the Proform 22 is a superb bike, especially at this price point. It's very easy to live with and a great addition to your home gym. The auto resistance feature is superb because it means you just get on a ride and you don't really have to make any adjustments to your workouts because they're all made for you. The variety of locations they go to will keep you interested, and the level of instruction is also superb. Each ride will contain several anecdotes and also some great advice around your health and fitness. I think this is a fantastic bike and I'm very pleased to have it here and I'm very pleased to use it. If you're thinking about buying one, as I've mentioned, I'll put a link in the description. In addition to that, I'll put a video just here where I compare this bike to the more expensive NordicTrack S22i, so you can have a really good watch before making a decision as to which bike is right for you. But until next time, see you soon.